Alright, this one is the Staten Island Rapid Transit, the old railroad. It's pretty much abandoned, but I'm taking it here from Roselle. I'm in the right off Chestnut. Pino's Bakery's behind me. You remember that from another video. They're closed for the early season on vacation. But yeah, let's take a walk down this way. Let's go. Let's see what this is all about. I really appreciate you watching this video and being, if you're new or if you've been around, thank you sincerely. And I want to, I want to address this. I really do want to grow this channel, but I look at all the advice, and basically the advice to grow the channel is become Mr. Beast, which of course I'm not. But there are a lot of tips, but I'm going to talk to you through these videos. I think part of the videos are getting to know me and relating yourself to what I'm doing, and maybe just a different slice of life, no matter why you're tuning in. I do appreciate you doing that. So let's have some fun. We're going to explore here. I'm going through the Staten Island Rapid Transit. It's inactive, abandoned, I would say, but it's in a highly industrial area. So on to my left, show you. But there's some interesting stuff if you hang around. If I get a mile or two down here, you'll see some interesting things if you're into trains. So now I said that, I'm gonna have to deliver. Now let's keep going. A lot of times in the comments, or just people in general say, hey, why do you walk on these train tracks? And my answer is a lot of reasons. Is first and foremost, here in Union County, I'm very vested and interested in making these abandoned railroads or inactive into trails that you could walk, bicycle, handicap access, it's for everybody, for all the benefits of being outside, alternate transportation. But also when you're walking on here, if you do a hike like this, you have to realize you're activating all these muscles because you have to stabilize, because I'm walking on the track, on the ballast, and I have to be alert. Now this is interesting. I'm going to talk through here. You're seeing this real time. This isn't narrated. I didn't get it on video, but there's definitely dogs living over here. All right, let's keep walking. It's hard to see it through here, but these buildings are so close together but there's an alley. You could walk through there, but brush has managed to grow through there. They tried to put some barbed wire on there because it got ripped off. Interesting. So in the comments, you folks would know. So this is a warning petroleum pipeline. So they're using this probably right away for petroleum. Because as we were walking down, we're going right towards the port, Bayway, Elizabeth. And if you look, in Linden, if you look, see how all these new towers or these arches are all new within the last couple of years. So it's interesting. So this is St. George's Ave, Route 27. Very busy road. I don't know if this is a crosswalk. It's not clearly marked. You gotta just like go. No one's gonna stop. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm guessing somebody put this here because they needed maybe to cross the tracks, and maybe they have a wheelchair or one of those scooters. But there you go. These are clearly being used to travel over, to connect neighborhoods.
I'm not sure, but I think this might be a chicken of the woods mushroom growing off the train track. It's wild.
Another one. Yeah, so this was fun, but this is New Jersey Transit. This is not a good idea. I'm gonna take a little look and then I'm gonna head out of here. But I wouldn't recommend this. I think, yeah, this isn't the best idea I've had. And I gotta get out of here. Might have found a hole. This is crazy steep. Something to grab onto. Take a walk. You know, that sometimes you're living your life and that look like fun, but I don't want to die and I don't want to do anything bad, so I left there. But you know what I'm noticing? On another note, we're walking through Linden now, and I'm gonna try to find another place. Not as precarious, but what I want to say is this area, it's a throwback. It's not a throwback, it's just a place, it's an industrial area that hasn't changed in probably like 70 years, and it's kind of cool. But yeah, if you're still hanging in here, thanks. Whew. Oh man, so I didn't bring it up, but you're probably wondering you might be wondering what's the story with the beard, at least with the braid. And I noticed it was getting tangled and stuff, so I was just gonna have my wife braid it. So I don't know. Let me know if, maybe I don't want to know. It is what it is. So here's a cool place. I don't really go, I haven't been in this one, but this is like Americana. It's called White Rose System. So check it out. It's you can get That's what it's like a Jersey greasy spoon. People like it. It really reasonable cost. So White Rose system. If you ever, there's a couple in Jersey. Check it out. Everybody has a good heart and they want to donate, right? So I wonder what your opinions are about these. I see these things all over. I don't know this place particularly, but a lot of these, I believe, get cut up into rags. And we think that we're giving this stuff to a good cause, and it's just going to rags. Here's another phone booth. This one is not in good shape. But all right, I have a bonus question for everybody watching. Do you know what this is called? It's a brook, I'll give you that. And the reason I'm bringing it up is in the spring, it's pretty low here, but I really want to try to kayak this guy too. And I'm going to show you the other side of it over. Your hint here is I'm still walking over the same road, which you'll see in a second. So my question is similar to what you saw with the Morses Creek. I got a good rain. I was able to ride it all the way out, basically down to Bayway. What do you think? I want to see if I could see where this goes under the tracks. This is the same brook. I'm just trying to see. I was always curious. You can't see this on the Google Maps, but yeah. Oh, sweet little brook, not looking so great. But what do you think? You think this is navigable on a rain? Oh wow! Check out these mushrooms. That looks like I don't know. That might be a looks like chicken of the woods, but I'd have to analyze it. Now look at this. I want to step on this. Do you think that's safe? If it breaks, you're not going to be in good shape. But look here. That goes on the New Jersey Transit right there. So that's pretty interesting. Like what's going on under there? I might have to come back here with my boots and just walk through here. Not today though. So it's transit. And if anybody's, if you're still listening to me, I don't advocate, going doing anything dangerous or getting on NJTRANSIT's live tracks. That's bad. So like I said, where there's a will, there's a way. Not for me, but people need to pass over, because you can't pass over these tracks. You're basically going from, I'd have to show on the map, but Park Ave, it's a pretty long stretch, but people must be doing it. Although I don't recommend it, because you could definitely, you could end your life here pretty easily. Check out the paint on this BMW. I thought it was dust at first, but it's like this powdery coating. It's pretty cool. So it's like something different. Doesn't look overly polished. It's got some flow right here. That's definitely kayakable. Little portage going on. Hey, ducky. Oh wow, look. Gotta show this place some more love though. Get this cleaned up. Definitely gotta check this out in the spring. Looks like people fish here. I don't know what's in here. The secret creek. Actually, it's a brook. But you know what it is? Someone will know. Now I'm gonna give it away. Not run across. So this is super cool. I don't know if it's focusing through the chain link, but I'm gonna put you up higher for a second. Let's see if you can see it better. This is super wild. I've been around here forever, and you know, this brook over here that I want to tell you about, but until you get on foot, you really never know how everything is connected. And so I realize here I'm coming up to the back, I think is going to be St. George's Ave, and it's connected to these apartments. And look, everybody has their bicycles, because right now, if you could see, we're getting the first snow of the season, so it's pretty wild. Pretty sure I'm probably not supposed to be here, but I'm back here. I'm gonna take a quick look-see, and then I'm gonna leave. But if you're from the area, you might recognize what this brook here is. Everything has a start and an end, and I'm always curious where the start is. I didn't know. I could have looked into this parking lot. I didn't know though. I'm gonna take a look real quick and then head out of here. Looks like they're ready for snow, I think. Crank those bad boys up. So, I didn't intend on this. I kind of wanderlusted here, and what do you know? Where do you think we found another green acres? But if I give it away too much, you're gonna know where I am. But anyway, we're in a park, and there's no one here. This is what's cool about the winter hikes. There's like nobody outside. And my family are like, "You're gonna be freezing." I'm like, "I'm not freezing, I feel great." My daughter's got me an you know, like an undergarment. I call them, they're the newer style of long johns. They're not thermals, but they do the same thing. So I'm gonna find a place to sit down and have a little break. Have the whole park to myself. Whew. And the snow, this is pretty neat. More smiles in this video than last. Even though last time I wasn't unhappy, I was just deep in thought. Yeah, so I'm taking a little break. So, I don't know. Why this place? Why now? I don't know. But I'm thinking in 2024 now, I might need to find some companions to take these adventures. Outdeh wife said she's interested in doing some. I'm not sure she would have been cool or down with today's adventure, but she's into it. But I gotta find more people that want to go out. But it is really fun to be alone. And you're alone, but there's 5,000 people per square mile in this county. So you're not really alone, but you can find some kind of solitude. So I made some coffee here. Let's see if this is a Yeti tumbler I got from as a gift, and it's really good. I usually don't like to spend money on these things, but it was a gift, and this thing keeps stuff hot and cold. Yeah, it's still pretty hot. So one thing I gotta find some cover, if you know what I mean, because it's been a long walk. All right. Do you think this little brook needs some love? It certainly does. You know, I don't have the proper boots for this, but I have to come back here and wade through this. It's sadly there's a lot of junk in here, which is definitely dumping. But it's a really pretty little brook, and it winds all the way down and does its thing. So, gotta check this out more. But for now, what do you think? Do you think I should call this? But I'm so far off the Staten Island Rapid Transit, the SIRT, that I'm gonna need to walk on the street pretty much. So I don't know how much more of a video there'll be. You'll see. I'll put chapters in there so it looks interesting, but let's see. The shopping cart doesn't have any wheels on it, which is interesting. And the snow's starting to come down. If you don't want something anymore, throw it in the garbage. Don't throw it in the river. Don't throw them in the brook. Look at all these paw prints. That looks like raccoons. Tell me in the comments if you think of something different. Maybe, could it be fox? That would be really neat. But yeah, even though this little brook is meandering through where people live and seems to be maybe a nuisance to people, it deserves to be here. I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I gotta look. And one last observation is, you could see here, I gotta get the name of it, but they have like this fairy vines. I'll get the name of it. We saw this over in the Elizabeth River Trail in Hillside, but essentially it becomes like a whole network of shelter under these. It reminds me of The Hobbit. Let's look at it real quick. Like fairy vines or fairy, you could see like a whole network in there. So this looks where the brook starts. And if you could see, it actually goes underground. And so it starts underground, which is really cool. And then it starts here and it goes all the way down where I showed you. So what's interesting is I haven't looked, but around that curve goes around that apartment building. I'm gonna go look actually. Yes, so they put the retaining walls or concrete here and it goes down and it swings around the apartment and does something interesting. So I gotta keep my eye on this. This should be fun. So do any of you out there believe in serendipity or happy accidents? Well, let me tell you a quick story of something that happened a couple weeks ago. My daughter and I were just going to one of her friends' recitals and we're stopped at a red light and we got rear-ended really hard, and thank God my daughter's all right. I'm okay. We got some whiplash. We had to go to the emergency room, but we're gonna follow through. No long-term damages, you know, knock wood. We're gonna keep trying and check up. But the car is, remember the old Volkswagen? It's destroyed. It's totaled. Meaning, even though if you looked at the car, it wasn't cracked up, it disabled the engine. I think the fuel pump got dislodged. The car wouldn't disabled. So anyway, this place right here, Arrow Motors, it's funny, happy accident. As I'm walking on this adventure, we bought a used Toyota from these folks, and it was a good deal. They treat us right. So I'm walking by. I might actually talk to somebody because I'm in the market for a new vehicle. I have no car. So let's see what happens. They got a lot of stock here. So I really wanted to get a pickup truck, mainly because I want to be able to throw the kayaks in the back and put a bunch of stuff in there. But I don't know if I thought that through. I definitely don't want this Ram. F-150, don't know much about these. I know they're a workhorse. Should I get this Ram ProMaster and live out of here, like van life? I'm kidding, I don't think that's for me. If you're doing that, God bless you, but I don't think we're ready for van life just yet. I don't know. You guys watch the videos, you see what I get up to. What kind of vehicle should I get? I don't know how much I'm gonna spend. Well, I know I'm probably not gonna spend more than like 12 grand, 13 grand. That's what I say. I'm a cheapskate. Well, I don't see anything that... So this business, they were good to us last time, so. Arrow Motors in, oh goodness, is this Roselle or Linden? Very busy area. You need to pay attention here. You don't want to get run over.
Today is the day of mushrooms. They're everywhere.
Or maybe I'm just seeing them everywhere. So everybody, if you're living in Jersey, especially in Union County, we're seeing all kinds of these apartments going up. Like this is another one. And I'm not saying this is the case, but a lot of these mixed use places that they put into the apartments, they never seem to be open. It's almost like that's somebody in there. But they never seem open, and it looks like there's always a coming soon, but nothing ever shows up. And these apartments are pretty massive. And then, you know, they have these like window stickers. It makes it look like something's coming there, but it never does. And then you got all these apartments. Coming soon, smoothies. Coming soon when? This century, this decade? And then you look here, it's a pretty nice place. I don't expect anybody to be out here because it's dead of winter and it's snowing. See what I'm saying? So this place I saw, it looked pretty interesting, a pizza place, a pizza beef bar, but they're not open till 4 p.m. and well, this looks like it could be cool. Just gotta be open. And we're back to, we're on St. George. This is the crossing. Now I gotta decide, do I wanna walk back over the tracks or do I wanna walk through the neighborhood? I don't know. What do you tell me, what are we doing here? And look at this is insane, man, trying to cross this street. Totally insane. I watched a guy on a bike take him like, I was all the way past down the tracks and he still hadn't crossed yet. And this guy, like, they don't care. They don't care, or they care but they can't see you. And you just become, you know, anyway, I need to chill out. So what I really want to do is, I haven't eaten yet. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, hi, how are you?
All right, you're always cool. What I'm saying is, I'd like to, like this person's coming right at me. There's a Dunkin' Donuts over here. Maybe I'll get a little coffee to put in my thermos. And then I might hit the tracks. I don't know. People are beeping at me. Good times. No dial tone, in case you're wondering. Alright, I'm gonna try to cross the, over here. I don't know, man. This is a guy on a bike. I might have missed my chance. Nope, that ain't happening. It's really storming now, man. Woo. That's madness, man. So, I mean, I'm an able-bodied person. How are you supposed to do this if you're like, I don't know. There's not even a crosswalk here. Oh, look at that. Dead. Totally dead. This is the moment. You can't play around here, man. Would you be able to tell me your advice about if you wanted to rehab your back? I'm not sure anything is really wrong with me, but I've never had issues with my back before. But after that whiplash thing, you know, I noticed the bottom of my back. Like, I could feel it. It's not really in pain, just it's like an awareness. And I'm like, is this gonna be problematic later on? And then my other one is, if you have an opinion, you know, I don't like when people are scam artists. Oh, my so neck, if they say they got hurt in an accident, you know, you've seen the thing, you know, my neck, my back, my neck. People, when cars can mess you up.
I want 150,000.
This whole being in an accident, car accident, get rear-ended, is new to me, and I'm gonna be really vulnerable here. It was pretty frightening. And not only for me, of course, my daughter. And you know, if you looked at the back of the car, you wouldn't think it was that big of a deal. Although, like I told you, the car is disabled. Well, my question to you here, if you've been through this, is the car is going to get taken care of. It looks like they're going to consider it totaled. I have a story about that, which is pretty funny. Give me a second. Ooh, all right. I have a story about that that's kind of funny. Not funny, but getting back to the point. There's another thing that the opposing car insurance company. So I don't have collision on that old Volkswagen because it's old. But the person that hit me, even though it's a no-fault state in Jersey, they still they're going to pay for the damages to property, but also they'll pay for what we call pain and suffering. So when I bring this up to you, I'm not an ambulance chaser on any of that, but what's fair is fair. But I didn't think, you know, when the adjuster gets you at the beginning, they're like, what's your pain and suffering, etc., or they word it differently, and they try to minimize it, and they give you a settlement. What I'm saying is, what is the pain and suffering? I tell you, I'm not the same after that accident. I look in the rearview mirror, I'm very paranoid. My daughter is as well. You know, so my point is, what do you ask for pain and suffering without being ridiculous? How do you really quantify what you're supposed to get paid? So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Again, I think I told you, thank God my daughter's not permanently injured, but we're gonna keep watching. And by the way, if this ever happens to you as a child, until your child is 20, they're considered an infant. I was told this by a lawyer. So at least with Geico, you could go, as long as you get treatment, get diagnosed in this PIP, the personal injury plan, you'll be okay. But you need to do that. So anyway, if you have any advice, let me know. I'm not looking to get rich out of this, believe me. Well, I want to find out what's fair. We all pay taxes and we pay into our insurance forever, but when it comes to paying out, it's a different story, right? All right, let me know. This is a long one. I hope you're still with us, but yeah, thank you. Rails or trails, Union, New Jersey, anywhere. Take these old abandoned trails or rail lines and turn them into trails. You got lots of people here. Why can't we have this? What is this thing being used for? The other way, in my previous video, I went all the way from Cranford all the way to here, and I went to the bakery to have some food. It's awesome. It's called the SIRT, the Staten Island Rapid Transit. And I came, and you saw me, I went all the way down here. Why can't we have this? So, if you're watching, thank you, and until the next one. Everybody's stopping their cars. I think they think I'm a reporter. All right, peace and love.